Welcome to Into the Ether. I'm Linda de Gonzalez, and this is my lovely co host this week because next week or the next episode, she'll be the host and I'll be the co host. This is Diane,
Hi, everyone.
and today Diane and I are exploring the invisible agreements we live by, the soul contracts, the old promises, the ancestral loyalties, and the unconscious rules that may still be shaping our choices. What are we honoring that no longer serves the soul? Let's step into the ether and listen.
Yay!
I want to say hi to some people who've joined us. I'm so happy to see all of you. Um, Missy Nelson is here. Hi, Missy. And John Clark. Oh, it's lovely to see you, John. And I have not forgotten about your email. I'm still putting everything together. Stardust. Hi, Stardust. And Deep Painless. And oh, look, here's Nalani. Hi. And Plucky Heroine. Hi, Plucky Heroine. And let's see, Jeremy Rodney. Hi, Jeremy Rodney. It's lovely to see you, fellow spreadsheet nerd. There are many of us in hiding, but
Show
use the
yourselves.
show yourselves. You use the power for good. I wanted to I wanted this topic. Sorry, I forgot to put the comments up. I wanted to explore this topic because you know, unless you actually take the time to sit down and examine, and really in this world, who has time, first of all, and secondly, our culture discourages us from insight. You know, our culture actually actively works against authenticity. We live in a culture of consumer in the Western world. We live in a culture of consumerism. And, you know, are you um, if you want to be accepted, make sure that you smell good, make sure that you look good, make sure that you present yourself in all kinds of ways. If you don't have this car, hmm, it's all very externally oriented. So often we don't have the tools to look at ourselves. Often we don't have the tools to gain insight. And so we operate on what we learned, what we believe, what we agreed to. Do you see how I draw the line between our beliefs and our behavior? And our beliefs sometimes are agreements that we made. Some of our beliefs are agreements that we made either as part of our soul contract
Sorry.
or as as a result of what we learned as children. So, or what we inherited from ancestral trauma. um, so I wanted to explore that a little bit. There's some more people who've come in: Violets for Roses and Lily and Akila. Hi, Akila. Kali Liebers, Judith Albe, who is multitasking. Good for you. I have a limited capacity to multitask because usually if I try, my ships blow up. uh, I have learned to keep an eye on my rallies because bad things happen if I don't pay attention. And yeah, you're looking at gamer granny here.
Yeah, we're both gamers.
Oh, Mangled Unicorn. Hi, Mangled Unicorn. So, Diane, what's your take on this topic?
I feel like it's not just from past lives or from ancestors. Sometimes we make promises in
Mm,
this current lifetime that we keep that are no longer serving us. Sometimes we stay in, for example, unhealthy relationships because we promised that we're going to stay here, we're going to support the other person, except maybe they didn't keep their end of the promise and it's no longer working, but you try to stay together for a reason, for that promise, but it's not helping you grow.
Till death do us part.
Yeah, something like that. Or some contracts between people or friendships that are no longer working, but you try to stay together just because of the time spent with each other. But yeah, sometimes it's hard to let go of those things. So I'm really grateful and glad that you chose this topic this week, Linda.
I think that it's another tool to look at our lives and to find ways to make ourselves to be happier, to
Yeah.
create more joy in our lives. So this is what we're going to do. The magic word is choice. Please, oh, here's some good feedback. Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah. And Jeremy is currently battling with Microsoft. Um, good luck. Microsoft Power BI. I don't even know what the hell that is. That's how long it's been since I had to deal with Microsoft. Good luck. I want to know whatever happened to Access. Microsoft Access was great.
It was.
It was. It was fabulous. I would love something like that to be in existence now. Uh, Aaron O'Nugent, hi, hello. Okay, we have currently got 14 entries. I forgot to ask you, Diane, could you write the names down?
Yes, I can.
Thanks.
Let's do that.
And when we do the draws, and I'd like to hear from anyone in the chat who has something to say about contracts and about agreements and here we go.
Yeah, and not just the people in the chat. I know there are people who are watching the replay. So if you're
Um,
watching the replay, yeah, type it in the comments.
that's an excellent point. Thank you. I keep forgetting about the people in the hello, people in the future. Hello from
Hello,
here.
future people.
Um, Plucky Heroine says sunk cost fallacies affect relationships too, and we need to get over that. Yeah, you've been friends with somebody for 40 years, and you suddenly realize, because you've grown, you suddenly realize that they're really awful people. And 40 years is a long time to be friends with someone. You know each other really well by then, and you've been through a lot by then as friends. And it's really hard to just say, yeah, we had good times and we were loving friends, and you've turned into a person I don't recognize. And if I met you now, I would have nothing to do with you. So, you know,
Yeah, but it's hard. It's easier said than done.
there's heartbreak. It's grief. It's grief.
Yeah.
It's really grief to let go of those. Hypnicity says you cannot soar if you're weighed down by old baggage. Well, by any baggage. It can be new baggage. I collect
Gotcha.
baggage like dogs collect burrs. Uh, or I didn't want to say fleas, but that too. You're right. You have to look at the baggage you're carrying and see, do you want to keep carrying this, or do you have a choice about it? Maybe you do. Take a look. Um, and Kali says, I can't wait to find out about old agreements to clear now. Finally, I can feel them trying to release from my psyche from lifetimes like a pimple ready to go. Fellow pimple popper, hello. uh, yeah, and yeah, this applies to family members too, because sometimes, you know, our lives lead us down a different path that our family doesn't support and doesn't accept very often. And so you kind of have to limit your exposure um, to protect yourself, you know, not to punish them, but to protect yourself from being hurt. Stardust. I would like to know what the hell's the contract with me and the women in my family. Eek! That sounds like a really interesting story, and I'm sure we'll hear it if the giveaway tool.
Our rigged giveaway tool.
Yeah, we'll rig the giveaway tool for you, okay, Stardust? Hi, Silky. Silky's here. Oh, there's. Oh, look.
Oh, interesting.
There's. Ooh, you read it. Go ahead.
There's a heavy witch circle energies with my fam. Oh, interesting.
That could be good.
Yeah.
That could be good. But
Okay.
hi, Tina.
Random number gods, you know what to do.
Guides and angels. Hello. But I mean, witch circle, I think that would be, that might be fun. That might actually be fun and healthy, but I don't think that that's what it means for you. I just guessing, just a wild guess here. I'm not checking in with anybody. Okay, I'm just checking to see. Okay, we've got 20 entries into the giveaway tool now, so I think that this is a good time. Ouch. And I'm going to I'm going to leave the banner up until we've got enough. We'll pick 4 names now, and we'll pick another, however many later. And ooh, where's the kitty going to land? Lori. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Please say hi in the chat so we can find you later. Next, we have ooh, ethnicity.
Nalani.
Hi. Congratulations, Nalani. And our third lucky winner. I feel like I should be wearing a D Painless. Please say hi in the chat. And our last draw for this round, like I really feel I should be like, what's her name? I forget her name, who used to turn the letters over. CJ and Katz. Congratulations, CJ and Katz. And there. Okay. Let's see. There's D Payless. Where's CJ and Katz? Vanna White. Thank you. Yes, that's it. Vanna White. I kept wanting to say Vanessa, but yeah. All right. We have all 4. Now we're going to
open the records.
Oh, good point. I keep forgetting that part. Thanks, Diane.
No worries.
I love how you keep me on the straight and narrow. Okay, we're going to take 3 deep breaths together to settle into ourselves and to connect with the earth and with the divine, with the source of all being. Breathe down, way down into the bottom of your belly, and just let your breath leave naturally. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We open ourselves to the light, and with this light to our highest truth and our soul's purpose. We call upon the Akashic Records masters, guardians of the records, and beings of light who serve the divine plan in truth and clarity to guide us to our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And we ask the Akashic Records masters to assist us in accessing the records to receive exactly what is needed for the highest truth, the highest timeline, and the greatest good for all. And with this said, this group, consisting of the people here now and the people who will watch in the future and those who will join us later, are given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them to know in this moment. I'll read that silently. The records are now open. You know, I've been reading this prayer for years now, and it just occurred to me something significant I want to share with you. I
Okay.
hadn't forgotten we're going to be doing readings. Yeah. Okay. The truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance. I don't know, that just hit me right now. Our healing journey to love and acceptance. Isn't that wonderful?
It is very.
Sorry. Okay. Uh, dum Lori, here you are. Lori, what old promise are you still keeping? Oh, Lori. There are people in your life that you are nurturing. Now, I don't know if you're actually looking after them like children or aging parents or something like that, but there's nurturing energy, like there's looking after energy. And guess what? It's not reciprocated. And ouch. Sorry, Wanda's sitting in my lap and she just bit my belly button, and that's not fun. And the thing about that is that you have a not I wouldn't call I see a little girl who it's like one of those Snoopy cartoons, you know, you never see the adults' faces, you're just focused on the child. I see a little girl with an adult saying, "Now promise you'll be a good girl." And a little girl who's like, I don't know, 3, 4 maybe, like still not very steady on their feet. She says, "I promise." And to you now as an adult, as a grown up, your promise to be a good girl means that you will always meet everyone's needs and your needs don't matter. And yes, anybody can ask anything of your circle. Anybody can ask anything of you, and no matter how inconvenient it is, like, you know, getting up at 6 in the morning on a Saturday to go help somebody move, you'll say yes, of course. You never say no because you promised you'd be a good girl. Oh, honey. No, that's not it. Sorry, go ahead.
I think a lot of people would be able to relate to that, being
Yeah.
called good and overgiving. So, Laurie, what can now be chosen from love? I pulled a card for you, and the card that I pulled is truth. And it says, truth is different at different levels of consciousness. Reserve judgment. I feel like that judgment isn't you judging other people, but you judging yourself. You got so used to being called good girl or sometimes bad girl when you're being naughty, quote unquote naughty, but you're just being a child. So you tend to judge yourself a lot and become self critical. So, what can now be chosen from love is really understanding yourself, being gentle with yourself, and not judging yourself whenever you make mistakes. And I am, and it extends. What I'm seeing from your guides, these are your guides that are showing me, is that you radiate light when you stop being so critical of yourself and love yourself more. It radiates. Because in the past, whenever you get self critical, look, they're showing it to me through energy. Like the energy is red. You get very angry, or you might have gotten angry with yourself, but it kind of gets projected to other people. So people think of you as, oh my gosh, this is a short fuse person. I'm gonna stay away from them. But the way that they're showing this to me is when you become kind to yourself, when you become gentle with with yourself, the energy shifts and it flows better with people. Like you also extend that kindness, that gentleness to others. So that is what is going to come out when you choose from love. So I hope that helps, Lori. And thank you so much for letting us read for you today.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Diane. Um, let's see. Yep. I see some new people have come in. The magic word is hashtag choice. Uh, if you'd like to join in if you'd like a reading. Next, we have hypnicity, I think, and hypnicity. Oops, oops, oops. Let the magic work. Hi, Red Dragon. It's so good to see you.
Hi, Kim. Okay. What old promise is Nalani still keeping? Hmm. Okay. What I'm seeing is actually coming from family. I feel like it is similar to the first one, the first reading with Lori, but it's also different. Like what you were taught when you were younger. I keep hearing women should be or should be subservient to men. I don't know if that's true for you, Nalani. That's something that was passed on to you, but that's what I'm hearing from the records. And that's what I'm seeing. There's like a circle of old mamas around. And you as a young woman, they're like initiating you into it and teaching you that okay, when you get married, you need to do this for your husband, you need to do that. And you're like, okay, sure. Because that's what society expects from you. And I pulled a card, and the card that I pulled is judgment. You were scared of being judged for being different from other people. That's why it kind of got programmed to you because you're like, okay, if this is what the old mamas are doing, this is what I should do myself. So that's like a promise that you made to yourself, like as protection. so that you won't be judged by others. So that is an old promise that you are still keeping.
And Nalani, what can you now choose from love? Ah, happy birthday next week. Happy early birthday to you, Nalani. Putting on a mask. I pulled a card. Putting on a mask conceals your true self. I think this fits so well with what Diane read for you, because what I'm hearing is that it's time. Okay, so my guides have a really whacked out sense of humor. I wonder where I get it. Um, it's time to let your freak flag fly. It's time to be who you are. It's time to allow yourself to be silly if you feel like it. It's time to give yourself permission to choose what brings you joy, your real true self, what brings your own true self joy. If that's um, if that's growing the fattest tomatoes, or whatever that might be, it's time to figure it out and do it. These don't have to be big things. Like, you don't have to go off into the wilderness for 40 years or anything like that. These are little. It's very clear to me from the messages that I'm getting that these are small things. These are not huge, big changes of moving somewhere, or you know um, it's internal changes. It's finding what brings you joy and doing it, and choosing those things for your own real satisfaction, not for pleasing anybody else, or not because anyone else asked you, but because it gives you joy. you know I hope that's helpful to you, Nalani. I think that's a message that can resonate for a lot of us, is to choose what brings us joy.
Yeah.
I just want to share quickly what Silky says. Hypnicity, we have a lot in common. I'm the youngest of five, and I turned 66 in March. Welcome to the club.
Amazing.
That is quite the coincidence. Okay, I mean, just saying here. Okay, our next reading is for D Painless. And yes, 66 is indeed a power number. Route 66. Sorry, Janet DC says 66 is a power number. I just turned 66 and I live on Route 66. Oh, that's hilarious. Hi, Pierrette. Welcome. D Painless, what old promise are you still keeping? Okay, I don't know if this isn't really an old promise, but sorry. Do you? Oh, I see what it is now. Okay, so you at some point in your life, when you were small, you promised yourself that you'd be safe if you stayed quiet. So you at that point believed that voicing your voice, okay, using your voice to state your needs was an unsafe thing to do. And the reaction that you got from the adults around you uh, was such that you decided, okay, I'll be safe if I just don't say anything ever and don't do anything ever. And so you did your best to become invisible in that environment, which was a survival strategy, a very good one. Okay. Are you now in the workplace, in your family, your current family, in your friend group? Are you still doing that? Are you still keeping that promise you kept to 4-year-old you that you'll be safe if you just shut up and hide? Yeah, you will be. Yeah, but you won't grow, and you don't need to do that anymore. Your environment's different, and you have the tools as an adult to be able to deal with them that you didn't have when you were a kid. Okay? I am so sorry from what I saw of your childhood, Deep Painless. I am so sorry. I want to take that 4-year-old and just sit her in my lap and give her hugs and kisses, and I have some caramels here for her if she wants them.
The painless, what can now be chosen from love? What's very interesting is that I drew a card for you, and it's the card called Mind. And it says, you are the master of your inner world, and you decide how the outer world affects you. Cultivate a calm inner state. This is amazing in a way because it kind of was like a defense mechanism for you to go inside and just let the outer world be the outer world. But what happened is that you owned it, you made it you. Like you're able to keep calm even though others are being like chaotic. You can be the calm before this or the eye of the storm. You can be the calm in the midst of all the chaos, which is great. So it has become like a strength and a power for you. But I'm also seeing what can be chosen out of love is that sometimes you have to speak out for yourself because they what I'm seeing is that they don't understand how you feel unless you communicate it. So there are times when you might need to do that. But yeah, it's odd that, and actually kind of beautiful that you've developed that defense mechanism and turned it into something that is powerful for you because you don't get shaken a lot. Like it has become a strength for you. So it's a strength that needs to be celebrated because I drew another card and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And then they told me that, yeah, show it to him. And the card that I pulled is success. You turn that defense mechanism into something that is powerful for you, so, and that is success. So I hope that helps, Deep Painless. And thank you so much for letting us read for you today.
Thanks, Diane. and thank you, Deep Painless. Wow, we are digging deep today.
We always dig deep on Into the Ether.
You actually, don't we? It's true. Our next tribute is CJ and Katz. That's the last one for this round. We'll be drawing 4 more in a few minutes. High piece, please. And, oh, right, I forgot to work the magic.
Hi, CJ and Cats. What old promise is CJ still keeping? Show me, please. What I'm being shown is that you were taking care of others before you take care of yourself. Like I'm seeing you giving what you have. They're showing it to me like you're giving food to someone, even though you might not have some for yourself. It's not literal, but it's how you operate. That's what they're telling me. It's how you operate. You give until you can't give anymore. Where is this old promise coming from? Okay. What I'm seeing is that when you were younger and you do this, you give to someone, you got praised for doing so. Like the adults around you were saying, "Oh, you're so kind. You're so generous." And you thought, this is what I should be doing. And so you continue to give and to give and to give. Even though sometimes it feels like it's very draining. Energy wise, I feel that it's draining. But it comes from the promise to yourself that okay, I'll keep giving so that other people can see that I'm generous. But yeah, that is an old promise that you're still keeping.
Now, Wanda was restless on my lap, and my knees are like right up to the table that holds my card. So she knocked a card off. So I decided I'm going to read it. One step at a time. I love this image. One step at a time to looking after yourself, at least as well as you look after others. One step at a time to looking after yourself the way you look after your best friend, the way you look after the people you love the most. And you do this because you deserve it. You do this because you love yourself. One step at a time. I got chills. Yeah, that's the message.
Baby steps are
Choosing
still
yourself,
steps.
yeah. Choosing yourself. Okay. Okay. I hope that helps. It's oh, Aaron had commented earlier, a good girl must always be a team player and always agreeable. That's a good pattern for many of us to end. And that was in response to the first reading for Lori. Yeah. Yeah, good girls can't say no, can they? Because, like, then you're being difficult. Then you have boundaries. Then you're a problem. And Lori said, I stopped, not no more. I stopped a few years ago. I was always told to be good. When I was a child, I was the sassy one. Good. Be the sassy one now. Continue being the sassy one. And CJ and Kat says, this resonates. I keep telling myself that right now, dealing with the estate. Oh dear. that's always such a difficult thing, isn't it? Dealing with estates. Yeah. Yeah. And I was the only child, and it wasn't easy. Okay. Oh, yeah, right. We're doing the second round. Oops. Oh, okay. Lucky. Lucky person.
Stardust.
Stardust. Yay. I hope you're still here, Stardust. Say hi in the chat. And number 2. Red Dragon. Awesome. Red Dragon. I hope you're still here too. And all of you, when you hear your name called, all of you lucky winners, please remember to say something in the chat that we can find you with. Lisa, P73. Lisa, please come on down and join us. And Jax, Mangled Unicorn, congratulations. Come on down. Okay, so Lisa's here. Oh, thank you. Let's see, Lisa's here, and we are waiting for...
We're waiting for Stardust.
Stardust, hello, say hi. Please, are you still here? Well, we can start with, well, she was first. Stardust. Okay, no then. All right, Stardust. Damn it. I was
looking forward to reading for...
Me too. I didn't want to say that out loud, but I was looking forward to reading for Stardust.
Yeah.
There she is. Or he, I am not sure, but there they are. Okay. Under the pretense of love lies murder, traitorous thought. I'm sure their acts and more. I hear a distant. Under the pretense of love lies murder, traitorous thought. I'm sure their acts belie their beliefs of good intent and moral clarity. I hear a distant he. I swear it. Oh, is that Shakespeare? It sounds like Shakespeare.
Uh-huh.
I freaking love that. Okay, just a second here while I switch that. And now, there we are. Okay, Stardust. What old promise are you still keeping? There's a tangled, I see it, a tangled like yarn ball, okay? There's all kinds of knots in it. It's like a kitten's gone nuts in my yarn basket. All these different threads from different balls are all just sort of like all tangled together. It's going to take all freaking day to sort it out. But the core of it, the core of that is the belief that you have to earn your way to being loved and belonging. That you have to do for people to be accepted. You have to do for people to be loved. You have to do. You have to be a good girl. You have to be unfailingly patient, generous, forgiving, all those things. And the reaction when you're not is, and again, I'm seeing a small child. The reaction when you transgress is like way over the top. The smallest, the smallest transgression is overly punished out of proportion to the actual act. So Stardust, I'm trying to get to the core, and mm, the masters are telling me that that's the core, that you're it's not so much a promise, it's the belief that you are not worthy of love or belonging, acceptance, just on your own merit, which of course you are. You exist, therefore you're worthy of love, especially as a child. And that oh, yeah, the belief that you have to be obedient, to provide, to nurture, to this constant demands on you, and there's no room, there's no space, there's no nothing for you in there, because you are an appliance. Baby girl. Okay. Okay, that's what I have. You're muted, girly.
Sorry. So, Stardust, what can be chosen from love out of all of this? Interestingly, the first card that I pulled for you has those words. Good girl?
Mm,
Nuh-uh.
Jesus.
It's about power.
Yeah.
You're reclaiming your power. And that power is about not relating your success to what other people say. And more about that success thing later. But for now, let's focus on power. And it says the ability to suck it up is not a superpower.
Oh God.
Saying no is your own power, is what this card says. And you have that power to say no. If you want to say, I don't want to do this, you can do that. You have all the right to do that. Because I feel like when someone invites you and you feel like, oops, sorry, like society expects you to come to a celebration, a party, for example, and you're like, I shouldn't, I don't feel like doing that, but I should go. And then you go and then you don't enjoy it. It feels like you're losing some of your power because you know you're not going to enjoy it. You won't find joy in it. So choose your joy, is what I'm hearing. And what's interesting about this is that I pulled a repeat card, success. There is something about success here that you kind of got programmed or got I don't want to say lied to, but kind of like that, programmed as a child.
Hmm.
Because you think being successful looks a certain way, like maybe about money or maybe having a lot of friends. Okay, tell me it's more about acceptance, that being successful means you're being accepted into society, is what your guides are telling me. But it's not. And what's interesting is that I pulled another card and look at what this is. It's another success card, and it says, I know that there's no greater goal than to love. And that is the success that you're learning right now, is loving and learning how to be loved in return. So I hope that helps Stardust. And thank you so much for letting us read for you today.
Um, Stardust says, is that why the paradox of my role is so about power and truth to power? Speaking truth to power, I guess. And it's natural, but I tolerate too long and disproportionately, unfairly get backlash when I do speak. Well, yeah, don't tolerate too long. That's the lesson there. And and hold on, there's more. Ay, ay, ay. What did I just do? Okay. She says, and after tolerating so much worse, conflicting directions and guidance, soft versus powerful, is this explaining why it seems from the sisters who believe they coddled me like a kitten? Okay, so there must be more somewhere. That was my nickname, that first image. Okay. Whoa, okay. Yeah, if you accept, we hear you teach people how to treat you, so um, when you accept being disrespected or people calling you names and berating you or whatever, I'm speaking as an adult here because kids can't stick up for themselves. They generally just get pounded. Certainly my generation did. Um, yeah, as an adult, you have the tools now to be able to say what you feel and what you think when it first happens. You don't have to tolerate anything. You don't have to. You can say no the first time. You don't have to wait and see if it's going to happen again because you know it will because it happened the first time. And if you don't stop it the first time, it's going to happen again. That's predictable. That's human. That's universal human. So, yeah. I mean, I hope that was helpful to you, Stardust. Um, sorry, remind me who's next?
It's Red Red Dragon, Kim.
Red Dragon. Sorry. I hope that was helpful. It was really interesting. What did I just do?
Magic. It
Oh,
was magic. Lee is saying, Lord have mercy, she is right.
oh, the kitten and the yarn. Yeah.
Okay, Kim, what old promise are you still keeping? The first word that came through when I asked this was the word unyielding. And they're saying the words, I will not back down. I need to be strong, or else they'll walk all over me. I need to be strong, because if I don't, other people will get harmed, and I need to be strong for them. There's this repeating pattern of trying to be strong even though you're breaking down inside. You feel like you have to push through every problem. That is a strength, yes, but when you do so, it feels like you're being untrue to yourself because all you wanted to do was take a rest. sometimes even get emotional and break down, but you feel like you're not allowed to do that because you need to be strong for others. You need to be unyielding for others. It's a promise that you kept and you still are keeping for yourself, is being strong for others.
And what what can now be chosen for love, red dragon? The true source of power. I know.
Feel
Buddy.
heights.
I know. You got chills? I got chills. And what that's about, the true source of power, divine will, integrity, and learning the difference between power and force. Power versus force. They are two different things. They are extremely not alike, and they are very, very often confused. Being able to be using force does not mean you're powerful. True power never uses force. And this applies to forcing yourself, okay? This isn't in this particular case, in your particular case, this doesn't have anything to do with people outside of you. This has to do with forcing yourself to be strong, quote unquote, forcing yourself to do stuff that you don't feel um, up to, that you don't feel able to. And this isn't a challenge. We're not talking about rising to meet challenges here. That's a whole different thing. Um, Forcing yourself to do stuff that doesn't bring you joy or doesn't come from love. Um, yeah, that's what that's about. This is about learning, choosing real power. Real power. I hope that's helpful to you, Red Dragon. Interesting, really interesting. I I I needed the reminder. Thank you. Um, ouch. Uh, who's ne- Oh, I should take that banner off just a minute um, because readings are closed. I mean, I'm not. We're not pulling another round. We're almost at an hour now,
There.
so we're not pulling for more. I believe. Let's see
The
who's
next is Lisa.
Lisa. Okay. Is Lisa our last reading for the day? No, Mangled
No.
Unicorn is. Yeah. Ah, yes.
Checks.
Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Sorry, I washed my hair just before I came on, and it's just starting to dry. And well, not starting to dry. It's mostly dry now. I'd say 90%, but it's itching. Um, Lisa. What happened to the prompts?
Oh, I think I hid that.
Oh, okay. It's all right. What old promise are you still keeping, Lisa? Mm. I see a little child again, a little child. It's interesting to me how absolutely none of these had to do, none of the responses we've had so far have had to do with past lives or ancestors or anything like that. They've all been, everything that I've seen has all been about little kids. current. And the master, one of the masters just said, yeah, there's a lesson there. Okay, fine. Thank you. Oh, I get it. Okay, we'll talk about that after, all right? I see a small child sitting on a bed, like on the edge of a bed, with an adult in front of them, and the child is crying, just weeping, just from the gut. You know the way babies do, or small children do, from the belly, and saying, "I promise I'll be a good girl. I promise I won't do it again." And it's just heartbreaking. And this is a very unsympathetic adult, a very unempathetic adult, I should say, who really doesn't care how that child feels and is more concerned with how they behave. Not at all, does not care about how they feel. They will behave and they will shut up. So, Lisa, that rejection, that lack of understanding, the lack of acceptance, the lack of the rejection of you as a person, the way, as the natural child that you were. Okay, so like you were not, this little kid was just a little kid doing stupid little kid things, you know, sticking keys into the outlets and shit like that, exploring their world as best they knew how with the tools that they had. And the adults were extremely, at least that particular adult was extremely harsh and punitive and unsympathetic and uncaring. And that promise that you made to yourself was that I will never, ever treat my children like that. If I ever have kids, no, that's not what I'm going to do. Which, you know, if you go too far in the other direction, that has its own consequences. Like, I get that. And I'm sure you do too. And I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying it's just a comment. So that was a promise that you made to yourself, that you would never, ever treat people like that. I think it started out like, I will never speak, when I'm a mommy, I'm not going to do that to my kids. And then it kind of spread out into other people, that you wouldn't treat anybody else like that. Ouch. As a result, you, oh, darling, as a result, you've been used. You've been taken advantage of. People have taken you for granted. People have exploited you for your labor, your resources. Is the adult a female or male? I can't really tell. You know, what I'm being shown is a pair of arms. Just, it's a very narrow view that I have. Like I said before, this is odd, because usually I get a really far out view, like sort of like, you know, space eye, but satellite view. But in this case, the focus is entirely on the child. All I see is a pair of adult hands gripping the child by the arms and kind of shaking them a little bit and saying, "Do you promise you'll be better? Do you promise to be good?" And the kids say, "I promise, I promise, I promise." And just heartbroken weeping. and I don't see the face, and I can't really tell if it's a man or a woman. I can't really tell. I'm sorry. No, I don't know. It's an adult. I can tell you
May
that much.
I?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm feeling more of a male energy. I don't see it, but I feel a masculine energy. So
Okay.
I'd go with male.
I felt the masculine energy too, but I mean, it could have
Yeah,
been
could have
physically
been a
in a
female.
woman, is what I was thinking. So I was reluctant to say, but yeah, masculine energy.
Lisa, what can be chosen from love? I pulled a card for you. But before I show it to you, although I heard the word perfection, because of being treated like that as a child, what resulted might be that you were also very critical of yourself and you wanted to be perfect so that you won't get treated that way. That was what was instilled to you when you were a child. That if I make this mistake, I'm going to be get I'm going to get treated badly. So what I'm going to do is that I'm not gonna make any mistakes, which is actually impossible. We're human beings. So you put that pressure on you. It was like a promise that you made to yourself to not make any mistakes, which is really hard.
Oh,
Oh, Lisa is saying my mom was strict, dad was not. Yeah, it was a masculine energy, but it doesn't mean that it's male or female. But if your mom has masculine energy, yeah, go with mom. The card that I pulled for you and what can now be chosen from love is surrender. And it says, I can release my need to control. What's
hmm.
odd about surrender? People think that when we surrender, it means giving up. Those mean two different things. Surrender is letting go of the need to control. And
Hmm.
surrender is being gentle with yourself when you make mistakes because there are things that we cannot control. For example, other people. The only thing that we can really control is ourselves. And
Yeah.
even if you can't control yourself, we still make mistakes, we still fail, but it doesn't mean we're less of human beings. So don't forget that, Lisa. And that's what you can choose from love is the need or surrendering the need for control. So I hope that helps. And thank you so much for letting us read for you, Lisa.
Lisa said, I don't have kids and never wanted kids. Yeah, I can see why. I
Yeah.
was open and loving with all my nephews and nieces. They would come talk to me when my brothers and sisters wouldn't listen. There you are. Not your own children, but the children around you were treated with empathy and kindness and understanding. And there was another comment. Oh, yeah, here we are. Thank you for that feedback. She says, everything you are saying resonates with me. Good. I mean, I'm glad. Um, and Mangled Unicorn. Woohoo. I want to put up this comment that Mangled Unicorn made earlier. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Nope. Strong and defiant, slightly
Let
non
me not
compliant.
comply.
I would say extremely non compliant, but that's because you know, I tend to be an ass sometimes. Okay. And Mangled Unicorn. Yes, hot diggity dog. It's your turn.
Magic.
Uh, Poof. You're welcome, Lisa. I'm glad it resonated for you. I'm glad it was. I just wanted it to be useful to do. You know, we do this because we have grown and we want to. We are both aware that we're all just holding hands, going home together.
Okay.
In this life.
Jacqueline, what old promise are you still keeping? I'm gonna show you the card first. I didn't pull from it. I was drawn to flip deck. And the card that I pulled for you is freedom. And it says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So, an old promise that you made, I feel like this is more of a past life. It feels more distant than the other readings. I'm going to search the Akashic Records for this, and I feel a male energy. So, you were male in a previous lifetime when you made this promise about freedom. What's this from? Different star system. What I'm seeing is that you're saving people. This was from a different star system. It wasn't on Earth. This goes back as far as Lyra. You weren't Lyran, is what I'm seeing, but you helped people in some points to escape. And I'm getting like a really strong yes on this. Like, this is my pendulum right now. You were helping people escape from slavery and from oppression. And what I'm hearing, the promise is like, as long as I'm alive, I will keep doing this. I will keep saving people who need my help. It's an old promise that you follow through in many, many lifetimes. You're still following it right now. Yeah. Jacqueline says, I have a strong sense of justice, Soldi.
Yeah.
Because you've witnessed a lot of people lose their freedom. Not only through slavery, but in being deprived of their choices. And you've seen it like firsthand. So yeah, that is an old promise that you keep. Not necessarily bad.
No,
Mhm.
no, it's not bad at all. It's not
Yeah.
hurting you at all. And sorry, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, two cards were stuck together. The first one, the first one says, and they go together like they tell a story. The first one says, seek guidance for clarity and new perspectives. This is a lighthouse. This is not the tarot tower, okay? This is a lighthouse. The second card says, rise from the muck. That's a lotus. Now, lotuses grow in the mud, in water, right? In the still water or slowly moving water. And they've got their feet in the muck and their head above the water with this beautiful, sweet smelling flower. There you are. This is not even choosing from love. This is just continue the path you're on, that you're doing. Yeah, I'm sure you do feel like a lighthouse a lot. I'm sure you do. Um, I hope that was helpful. I think it's a wonderful reading. Diane, do you feel like doing a reading for the collective?
Yeah. We can do that.
Okay, so this is our last reading. We're going to do it for the collective. And for the collective, oh, and this is going to be interesting. And I'm going to draw cards for this because, the amount of information that I'll get if I ask about old promises for the collective. Ouch. She likes chewing on my clothes when I wear knit, and it's really warm. It's really hot out today, and I can't have the air conditioner on because you'll never hear me. So, yeah, she's chewing holes in my clothes. Now you know. Mmm. Here, this is from the What We've Forgotten deck, and this is the first time in this group of readings that I was guided to use this deck. Hasn't been called on yet. So that tells me something about an old promise that we've forgotten. Okay, is how I'm interpreting that, and I will be told if I'm incorrect. Okay, the card that I pulled is synchronicity. We've forgotten about synchronicity, our old promise, an old promise, okay, that has to do with synchronicity. Synchronicity is guidance. Synchronicity is a signal. Synchronicity tells us that we are on the right path. Synchronicity is confirmations when we take the right step. Synchronicities occur to support us. We've forgotten all about that. That's it. That's the message. Remember synchronicities. Keep them. There is a promise, a divine promise to us as humans that we will have synchronicities to support us.
What can now be chosen from love? The cards that I pulled two cards. The first card that I pulled is called Starseed. And it says, what lights you up? Those synchronicities are going to appear whenever you follow something that you love. Or, if you don't know what you love, look for those synchronicities. It works both ways. And the second card that I pulled for everyone is Pamper. And it says, self-care is a necessity, not a luxury. Remember to always take care of yourself and be gentle with yourself and be kind with yourself. I say this often, but you are your own best friend. There's no one who will be with you from birth to death except yourself. So be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
You're going to be your own bestie for the rest of your life. So that is a reminder from Spirit on what we can choose from love. I
Yeah.
hope that helps.
I love that. I love that so much. I'm going to close the records now, and then we'll have a little chat about what we're going to be doing next, okay?
Yeah.
Because if I don't close, I remembered, all right? And if I put it off, I will forget. And then there will be a big panic in about 5 minutes. Okay, 3 deep
I'm usually the one who panics.
Oh, we both do. Okay, 3 deep breaths all the way down to your belly. Fill your lungs and just let the air out like you're fogging your bathroom mirror or unfogging your bathroom mirror. We offer deep gratitude to the Akashic Records masters, the guardians, the guides, and all present today for the truth, the light, and the love received. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The records are now closed. That collective reading was something, wasn't it? Diane, share with us, please, what you're going to be doing. Where can we find you in the next week or so?
Before I share what I'm going to do, I also want to share a reflection
Yeah,
through this
yeah,
episode and this
yes,
readings. I
yeah,
was a bit surprised that a lot of the promises that we keep, they're not for other people. They're because when I do private readings, a lot of the soul contracts, the vows, the promises that could keep coming up, they're usually for from one person to another. But this is very interesting and very eye opening for me. That a lot of the promises that we keep aren't necessarily for others, but the ones that we keep for ourselves. So yeah, it's something that is very eye opening for me. So thank you
yeah,
so much, Linda, for this
yeah.
topic.
Oh, Janet,
Ah,
welcome.
Janet.
Welcome, Janet. Now you get all the fancy. Now, oh, okay. Janet, please email me and I will send you the link for our super exclusive Discord chat for members only. And
Now
now
you get
you
the
have,
access to the fart emoji.
yeah, now you can fart to your heart's content on
I love it.
in the chat. Yeah, I love it too.
Yeah,
It's my favorite.
yeah.
Oh,
So
and also the Bonk of Enlightenment is available to you. Um,
and the wanda emojis.
oh, and all the Wanda emojis. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
And
about,
guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, check Linda's membership out. There's a lot of perks that you get to see. So check those out. And
yeah.
also, before I
Go ahead.
forget, I'm gonna be back on Friday with Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. We're gonna be reading cards for people. So if you didn't get a reading today and you have a question, specific ones, I hope to see you there. I won't be simulcasting that, but if you know Sherry's channel, please check it out. We
Yeah.
will be doing it there. So thank you.
Sherry voices from the swamp.
Yes.
Oh, now she's yelling at the floor. Uh, oh, did you lose the almond on the floor? Is that what? Okay, here, have another one. Um, her vet was not happy when she found out that I was feeding Wanda almonds during shows, like for an hour. And she said, "Well, how many does she eat?" And I said, "3, maybe 4." And she said, "She can have 1 at the most." And I'm going, no, that's never going to happen. But anyway, um, let's see. There was something I wanted to say. I can't remember. The fart emoji absolutely is everything, isn't it? I know.
Fire emoji.
Iron Fire Horse. That's why she signed up. And sadly, StreamYard does not display custom emojis. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
But
mean,
we see it on YouTube.
yeah, people in the chat will see them.
Yeah.
Um, that's not all you're going to be doing in the coming week, is it?
In the coming week, oh, of course, I have Soul Cloud on Sunday. Your Sunday, my Monday.
Uh, uh, uh. Oh, okay. What's this? Okay. What time?
Oh, it's gonna be at 5 p.m. Eastern.
5
Both of
p.m.
the shows
Eastern?
are gonna be at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Tomorrow, I'm doing uh, not a whole lot these days
Which is
because
great. You get to
I'm
rest.
well, I'm not resting. I have other activities that I'm writing a lot, and uh, yeah, and I'm also gaming a lot. Oh my
Well,
God,
if it brings you joy,
it brings me a lot of joy.
yeah, Spirit
Um,
always say follow your joy.
um, John Clark says it's 18 degrees Celsius in London. Oh my God, 86% humidity. Oh my God. Oh, yes, you are going to be a
I feel
puddle in
you.
the morning. It's about 20 Celsius here now, which is a really nice, comfortable temperature. Tomorrow on Wings of Insight, my guest is going to be Selena, Essence of the Moon.
I love it.
And we are, oh God, can I remember what the topic is? I don't remember the topic, but come along. You guys will enjoy it. You always will. And that's at 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern. I I am always I want to thank all of you for joining us in the ether today. I hope that you'll notice the invisible agreements that no longer need your devotion, and may you feel free to choose again from the truth of who you are now. So until next time, be gentle with yourselves and trust what your soul is ready to know. Bye-bye, everyone.